Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the market outlook for the upcoming week. In this video, I'm going to cover the following assets, which is the dollar index, the euro USD, the gold, USDJPY, NZDUSD, AUDUSD, CADCHF, and USDCHF. I'm going to be evaluating how price has moved recently on these assets, as well as highlighting potential bullish and bearish trading areas and target areas to be aware of during the upcoming week. Kindly take note that when I highlight a trading area on the daily chart, you as a trader, you should look at these specific zones on a lower time frames for your entries. If you have not joined my mentorship program yet, you can find out more information about my mentorship by visiting our website. And I would like to thank you guys for watching this forecast. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you must subscribe so that you get updates. Just click on the subscribe button below, and make sure to click the bell notification button to get all updates. Right, now let's begin. Right, we've got the dollar index here, which is our guideline, like our main guideline to how we trade in the mentorship group. This asset is the one that we focus on before we even look at any other pair. So looking at dollar, the US dollar index continued with its recovery from the previous week due to the temporary truce in the trade war negotiations. Price dropped into the 96,100 demand zone. When market opened last week, you can see this price drop here. See this bearish candle? It had a price drop into the 96,100, which is a strong demand area. And then the following day, market rallied all the way up to the 97.20 supply zone during the course of the week. This analysis was highlighted to the mentorship group last week, and it yielded great results on our portfolio for those that waited on the level highlighted. In this week's review, I'm expecting dollar to continue with its bullish bias all the way to this zone here, which is the 97,200 strong supply area. This area is also a potential zone for bearish evidence in this asset. So I'm looking for dollar to continue with its bullish momentum in the coming week. Now let's take a look at euro USD. Euro USD broke below the $13 zone. It broke this area last week. So in this week's review, we are looking for further bearish evidence from the current price all the way to the $1.11 zone. So we are looking for market to drop all the way to this demand area here. Remember, if we are expecting the dollar to hit the 97.20 area, euro USD during that time, it will be falling. So we are looking for bearish moves all the way down to the $11.70. It's only when price reaches this area that's when we start looking for bullish evidence to take it to the upside. So bearish trades are ideal on EURUSD when market opens. Now let's take a look at gold. Gold was one of the assets that performed very well the past week, with sellers taking control of the market. We could say like a bit of control of the market, not like they are really strong in the market, because remember, our long-term buyers on gold, we are bullish. Long-term, we are bullish on this asset. But at this moment in time, I'm anticipating further price drop to the 1380 demand area. It's in these areas that we should look for long entries on smaller time frames. If price does rally to the upside from the current price, then 1438 is a great potential area to look for bearish evidence in the market. If it's a case that market does rally from the current price action, we wait for price to test the 1438 price area for short trades. But the short buyers at the moment, we are looking for these lows to be tested in the coming week, and during that phase we should dive down to lower time frames to look for long entries to the upside. So long term, we are bullish on gold, but in the coming week, expect market to test the 1380 price zone. That's where we should start looking for our long entries. Now let's look at USDJPY. USDJPY performed as anticipated last week. We are rallying off from a strong demand zone, and lower prices are being rejected massively. You can see that this area is a strong demand area when it comes to USDJPY. So any lower prices, any move to the downside, buyers look to come into the market. Initially, market rallied to the upside. Market opened with a gap last Monday, then it initially rallied, but the sellers erased all the gains from Monday's trading. They erased all those gains the following 2 days. Price tested the demand area of 107,800, and the buyers took control of the market prior to market close on Friday. With this in mind, I'm expecting further bullish evidence regarding this asset all the way to the 109,100 area. When price tests the 109,100 area, that's where we should anticipate a bit of bearish evidence in its continued move to the upside. So price will definitely test the 109,100 area. So I'm expecting USDJPY to continue with its bullish rally to the upside. Now let's look at NZUSD. NZUSD performed very well last week for all those that took short trades around the 67200 supply zone. People who shorted the market when price tested these lows here, the market performed very well from the 67200 supply zone. Potential bearish evidence were highlighted in last week's review, with price moving lower from that area all the way down to the midway between 6,200 and 6,500. You can see here 6,7,200, and we've got 6,500 here. Price is now in the mid area. This week in the review, I suggest for all those holding short trade to trail stop their stop losses and aim for a potential move all the way down to the 6,500 demand zone. So bearish evidence are still strong on NZUSD. I'm expecting price to keep falling all the way to the 655 demand area. Now let's take a look at AUDUSD. This asset was also a great performer in the past week for all those that took short trades in the 70 to 50 area. People who shorted the market in this area had a great reward. It was highlighted in the previous weekly forecast that this could be a nice potential area to go to the downside. This week in the review, I suggest for all those holding short trades to trail stop their SL and aim for a potential move all the way to the previous major low or all the way down to the 680, 380 zone. So I'm really expecting market to keep up with its bearish momentum all the way down to this price level here. You see here where the demand area created here. So I'm expecting price to rally all the way to test this demand zone. Now let's take a look at USDCHF. The Swiss also rallied nicely from previous week, highlighting two potential target area for those holding a buy trade. If you are in a long trade, your potential target at the moment is the 1.00100 supply area. If you are in a buy trade, because most people, they would have gone long here to the upside in anticipation of this move. So the market did perform very well. So if you are in a buy trade on this market from the recent test of the 750 zone area, as well as the 98.500 area, if you are in a long trade from those zone, trail stop your SL with a target of 1.00130 supply area. We should also look for bearish evidence for a move to the downside on this market when price tests the 1.00130 zone. When market tests this area in the coming week, this is a potential good area for you to go short. It's a potential nice zone to take short trades from. Now let's look at CADCHF. CADCHF was a great performing market last week for all those that took long trade in the 0.74 demand zone, with price continuing high last week all the way up to the 7530 area. This week in the review of this market, I'm highlighting two potential trade areas. Right, the first is the 75,300. You see this pause in the market here. This was we are on a daily chart. We've got this bearish candle in the market. That was a fresh demand area created in the market. So 75,300 zone is a potential area. If market does drop down and test the 75,300 area, that's a potential area for you to go to the upside, right? So market, if it drops to the 75,300 zone, that's a potential bullish evidence area for you to go long. Then the second option, market can continue with the upside move all the way to the 76,200 supply zone. It's in that area that you should look to short the market to the downside. It's in that area that you should potentially look for bearish evidence in the market. A more detailed analysis of these charts can be found in the link below, where I highlight the price zones in a much detailed view. Thank you for watching this week's edition of the review. If you have any questions or comment below. If you want to get updates from me and you have not subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Thank you and happy trading.